Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. We're in the studio. We've got the guys over there at Optus Stadium in Perth, Damo and Kane, and they'll give us their reflections on Billy in just a moment. He hasn't passed away, by the way. He's still with us.
I'm still.
But having said that, you have made the announcement that you are leaving the Sunday Footy Show, and I'll tell you what, it's been 27 years of fun and certainly infotainment, I would say, Bill.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time to be in the game, and I thank Channel 9 and all the producers and all the everyone, really, you guys on the panel, just everyone. It's been bloody good fun.
In those 27 years, did you have another network come to you to get you across?
Oh, years ago, Channel 7 approached myself and Doug Hawkins, and I...
For what, Mastermind or something?
No, not Mastermind. It was one of their shows that they had on, and I remember telling Eddie about it. Eddie had no idea. Oh, wow, did he? Oh,
was that 4 quarters or something?
Yeah, it was one of those shows.
Yeah.
And Doug went across there to be serious, and the first show he was sculling a pot upside down at the bar. But no, could not leave because they were the good old days, weren't they? We could have a lot of fun. We got away with a lot of stuff. There was money. You get in the choppers or you do a skit or whatever. This is the first show on the Thursday Footy Show. We used to wear the ties. Here I am very young with hair. But they were the good old days. We could do things like Big Bill's house. That was a $100,000 project.
Yeah.
And we had it here at Channel 9. We had
but also, when you first started with the Sunday Footy Show, big personalities like Max.
Well, have a look at this panel. If you see the panel in a minute.
This one
Not
here.
that one. No, that's a very nice panel. And these boys know their footy. But have a look at this. You got Brian, Reece Jones there. I think that's Mel Brown, myself.
No, it's Simon O'Donnell, isn't it?
Oh, it is Simon O'Donnell. Sam Kekovich, Max Walker and little Louis used to sit on the seat there. And no one would get a word. I couldn't get a word in there. You imagine that. They were big personalities.
Kano, what's your thoughts watching those shows as a young bloke, watching Billy go about his stuff?
Yeah, amazing. Like, I think we take it a little bit seriously at times. So to walk in on a Sunday morning and to have Bill add the colour and the entertainment, he's done it better than anyone has ever done it, I reckon, in the history of AFL football shows. So he's really humble as well, and you can see that he's not comfortable with us, pumping him up. But I look forward to walking in and seeing Bill on Sunday, finding out what he's got, and the stuff off air as well has been just as good as the stuff on air. So it's been an absolute pleasure, Bill.
No, I'd say the off-air stuff has been far better than the on-air stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't bring that.
Yeah. Well, it would rate, but it'd only be on for a week.
Here's little Louis. Remember you said the joke and the handball, of course, and I suppose, Nate, yes, sorry.
Us aside, obviously, who was your favourite panel member to work with in all those years?
Ooh.
Oh, well, to be honest...
the favourite and also the funniest.
The funniest? Oh, Doug was fantastic because he still can't say manure and all that. But I love working with him. The ones that are a bit of fun and you could joke around with. But it was good fun back in the day with Eddie. When that show, remember the Thursday night? That was flying, mate. Everyone would get back to watch it. You couldn't believe how many people watched it. And Sam, of course, was good. And you'd have all these young blokes come on the panel.
Trevor's quips from the bar.
Yes.
It was one of those shows, wasn't it, Damo, where even if you didn't want to stay up late, you had to because you knew that everyone was going to be talking about it the next day, and Billy played such a large part of that.
I became part of people's lifestyles, TJ, didn't it? And it did. They were different eras with it, before the social media age. Look, but one thing I've learned about Bill, and Bill sometimes uses the word content and craft, and he's got neither, but I mean that endearingly because he's got so much of it in spades. And what I reckon has been his key, TJ, if I could just be really heartfelt for a moment, is he's always been prepared to put himself under the bus for that TV moment. I mean, he doesn't know where the situation or the moment's going to go, but the fact that he's prepared for it to go absolutely anywhere, often with him as the butt of it, I just think it's helped every single person that he's worked with over the journey to actually be better themselves. So, yeah, that's been my sort of observation of him as a TV talent in his own inimitable way.
Thank you, Damien. And that was, remember that Shane Crawford, the runs and the walks? They were unbelievable days, and things like that. You forget about a lot of that stuff.
What happened to the wheel? Why did the wheel stop? Because that was your great moment.
Yeah, I used to get too pissed, to be honest. I think it was. But you had no idea what it meant to the country towns where I'd go out to these country towns. It wouldn't be just the footy club, it would be the whole town. And, mate, they'd be all there. They'd get on national television. Blokes would do stuff. We had no security or anything like that. And I'd have a beer early, and then you'd have free beers all night. They could win the magnificent Holden Ute there, and they'd go berserk, and then you wouldn't leave till last drink. So they were fantastic just to get out. And you meet the legends out there at every footy club. Oh, they were the good. This was my tooth full out. I had a false tooth. Oh, ferret there. But they were hard work actually, and that's when I had to milk a cow up there. You do all these weird, wonderful things. Didn't really work.
Hey, Bill, what I love about you is you make coming to work fun.
Yeah.
That's what I love about coming, because I know we're going to be around you and you just make us all laugh so much at your nature. So that's embarrassing you, but you weren't this first footy show. The first time you were ever on the footy show, you weren't the confident man that you are now. So let's take a look at Billy's first moments on this footy show, because you were gulping and you were nervous.
Yes.
Have we got that piece of vision?
From the Geelong Football Club, Billy Brownless. All right, Billy, good to see you along, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. It's very good to be here too.
All right, mate, we'll get stuck in you a little bit later.
So how long does it take, Bill? Any training leading into that?
No, it's hard work because you learn on the job,
you do,
really,
you
don't
do.
you? And you're like Damo today, you think you've got a couple of good funny ones, you let them go, and they don't work with the basil. But, mate, it's all good fun. And they were nervous because Eddie was a superstar.
Shoot, big
Sam
crowd.
was huge, and you're waiting for Sam to have a crack at you or do something. And then some young blokes would come in, they'd try and fire back at him. You never did that, you know.
Further to what Lordo said, though, but we have a meeting that starts at 8:30 every Sunday morning, and you're the life of that meeting. So not only do we get on here at 10 and you're funny then, but you start us at 8:30. So you get us up and about, and we're already in that mode where you know we're hanging on each other, or we know what we're going to talk about. So
we're just
going to
art form. We're just going to have to rely on Damo next year for that to get us up and going.
No, but all good fun. No,
It is.
And I appreciate you boys, because it has been, the Sunday, it is hard, Sunday mornings for some, when you have a couple of frothies and things like that. But to come in here, and Tony, and a lot of people say, what's it like working with chompers? And yeah, you're very good at what you do. These two could be assistant coaches. Their footy nous is fantastic. Damo, brings the stories and been great. And even Kane, people say, what's Kane like? Is he really a turd? But he's a good fella. We all love Kane for what he does. And he has a crack at his own club and everything else, which we don't sometimes. So it has been good working with you boys.
Was that a compliment? Like they could be assistant coaches?
Well, they could, all coaches, actually, probably, if they wanted to be.
So what next, Bill? What are you going to be doing on your Sunday mornings?
Well, I'll sleep in, I reckon. That'd be nice to actually wake up on a Sunday and be able to sleep in. I don't know, mate, honestly.
And growing business ventures with your pubs?
Yeah, the pubs are going well, so that always helps. And still got the radio. So the radio's been good.
We've lost a bit of faith in politicians over the years, so maybe you could turn your hand to this, Bill.
Sorry.
One of the big issues in North Geelong, literacy with school children, drug abuse. What are the big issues in North Geelong?
Yeah, all those. But as you know, I haven't got a great feel of it, and that's what I've got to look at.
The one thing you'd know, Billy, what's your position on the independence of the Auditor General?
Yeah, Toby? He does a very good job. So look, honestly, it was just a bit of a chat at coffee. Nothing great deal said up there, and we'll go from there.
What about the separation of powers? Do you endorse that at all, or?
You got better, Billy. You got better when the cameras were rolling and you're able to act your way out of things. I really personally liked your acting as it grew and developed over the journey. House of Bulger for one instance. And also your acting here as Batman.
Oh, no. Good joy. I'm having a baby!
Who are you? Leave me alone. Hey, that's my bad shoulder.
What about that acting? Very good. It took a lot of takes.
No one has had more on-camera moments, Bill, and I guess the trips that you went on as well. We were speaking there about that one to Germany and the preparation that was required to do this.
Why does that black dot get smaller every time?
This one gets bigger. This was in a nude park, so everyone's nude. They don't give a stuff about me running across there. But when I ran out of the van, silly Gary made me do that. He said, this will be funny. That was in a car park. And the poor girl had to do the pixelation. She took a month off after that. She had to pixelate. So anyway, it's all been good fun. I appreciate it, boys, and that's enough now. We will move on, and I'll miss you, boys, and I'll miss the people out there. The people love the Sunday Footy Show. Don't ever forget that. They love it, and keep up the good work, boys. Exactly.